Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am back for another video. It's going to be about Digital Foundry, who put out a piece on a company called 34 Big Things. The game title is Redout, and what you have is Digital Foundry says that the game runs at 1080, 34 Big Things says it runs higher than 1080. They're in a big tuffle. Digital Foundry later says we'll retest the game. 34 Big Thing says we'll take you to court. My opinion is the game is cel shaded. It doesn't matter what the resolution is. 1080 is just fine. But because cel shaded is cel shaded, when you have, say for instance, this video here, and you take a look at this guy and you want to animate him, if you do it in cel shade, it's going to look more cartoony. It's not going to be realistic. It's going to be artistic, but it's not going to be the real McCoy. If you turn around and do it the other way that AAA game company studios have done with a lot of their expensive projects, well, you're going to have pupil dilation, you're going to have flesh tone color changes, you're going to have knuckles turning white, you're going to have, different types of things, perspiration on the face, all that type of stuff, and video games that are developed in that way. So that takes more resources, more money. It's a more expensive way to develop a game, and I do believe cel-shaded technology is an alternative to spending that money, still turning out a product, but saving money on a budget. Now, some people may call that lazy. I consider it a matter of capital or overhead that your company has. If your company does not have that kind of money to invest in that technology, they don't have to develop games that look realistic. It's their prerogative. If they want to develop cel-shaded games, they can. But how many games that come out like that cel-shaded, that inundates the market and the consumer base is tired of playing games like that? They want something else. I've seen games like Cuphead that are cel-shaded and they're done right, and as a result the game is very popular and makes a lot of money. Then there are games where it's not cel-shaded and it's simple and you could mod form like Minecraft, and then you can make a ton of money once you sell your company or idea off to somebody that wants to buy it. So really is whether it's cel-shaded or not, you can still make money off it, but how do you go about making a game or title that people want to play that just is very popular and it pretty much returns your financial investment by, ka-ching, ka-ching, people buying it for whatever price you're going to offer on the marketplace. And microtransactions. When I looked at the gameplay on this specific title, first thing I thought is second, third track microtransactions, fourth track microtransactions, and I could just see it in this game. Now it may not have microtransactions, but a lot of cel-shaded games I've played, including a lot of free ones that I've got through a company, have offered microtransactions in their game, and I can't even progress further in the game without literally buying something. They're saying, oh, here's a free game, you can play a little bit for now, but bottom line is buy some stuff from us so you can get to the next level. How about I'll play the game, beat it, and if you got skins or you got something else that's interesting, I'll buy that for a microtransaction and be happy with it. See, when I played Alien Isolation, that game I liked it a lot, but what really got me into wanting to buy the game was, first thing is, one, I saw in-game play. It was a game rendered engine play, meaning that it wasn't prefabricated, tweaked, visually appealing, but wasn't representative of actual in-game play with a controller in your hand making your character do certain things. And it definitely wasn't a film, movie, video sequence, or FMV sequence. It was actually in-game play. So when I saw that for Alien Isolation, I saw, here's a product that actually represents what it's supposed to be. 2. The pre-order gave me 2 free maps. So after pre-ordering it, that was an incentive to keep my pre-order. I got the game, played it, and I liked it so much that I bought 2 more pieces of DLC. So I now own 4 pieces of DLC, 2 of which I paid for, 2 of which are on the house, and because I pre-ordered it and they wanted to keep their pre-order or guaranteed sale for the game title itself, that was an incentive to give me the extra DLC, and I like that. Now, the way the DLC worked so well is you have everything in the core story mode for that game. You have the mission, you have your characters, you have your story. Nothing was cut out from that. Everything that was supposed to correspond within that time and the sequence of events and that character or characters' lives happened within the game. The alternate modes, the uh, different game modes were DLC, and those were in addition to the lore. So they added more information to the story, and that is a good thing because it makes it more rich in lore, and as a result you now have more things to draw from in your universe that you've created by creating a core story and characters that you cared about, a reason why you wanted to see that character make it through, other reasons why you wanted to see characters die, and everything else like that. So it was a really cohesive game that was very entertaining. And as of now, I have about 560 hours in this game since day one release. And that may seem like a lot, but if you spread it out since 2013 and it's already 2018, I've had that game for close to about 5 years. And that's basically 100 hours a year. And if you divide, 365 days, 24 hours in each day, or just about 3 hours, 2 hours a day, sometimes skipping days, and it basically equals up to about 500 and something if you were to add all of it together. And there are times when I've taken days or even weeks away from the game, other times where I've played for 2-4 hours. I think the most I ever played a game was for like 7.5, 8 hours, and I've done it like 3 or 4 times. Bottom line is I like the game. They did a good job. Outstanding acting, great visuals, compelling story. Controls were functional, not necessarily broken. There's a couple of glitches and my game did crash and break on me, but it wasn't like it did it out of habit all the time. I can easily look past that, forgive it, and take it on the game for its values or merits and say it's a great investment and I'm happy that I bought it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to my review, and you have a nice one. Take care now.